Monday gives us the body, and it's such a familiar image that we have to work a little to feel how clever it actually is. Look at your own hand. Now think about everything it can't do. It can't see. It can't hear. It can't taste anything, or smell anything, or think a single thought. By almost every measure, your hand is profoundly limited. And yet you would never call your hand useless, because your hand isn't supposed to see. It's supposed to grip and hold and work, and it does that better than any eye ever could. The eye, for all its glory, can't pick up a cup. The ear, for all its sensitivity, can't taste an orange. Every part of your body is spectacularly bad at almost everything, and spectacularly good at the one thing it was made for. And here's the thing that makes the picture sing. Those limitations aren't a defect, they're the design. The hand is limited precisely so it can specialize, so it can be the best possible hand instead of a mediocre everything. If your hand could also see and hear and taste, it wouldn't be a better hand, it would be a monster. The body works because each part is content to be excellent at its own job and to depend on the others for everything else. Dependence isn't weakness in a body, it's the whole arrangement. The eye needs the hand needs the eye, and neither one resents the other for it because they both understand their one thing. That's Paul's picture of the church, and it's perfect. He says the body is one, but it has many parts, and all those different parts, however different, make up one body. And then he does something delightful. He imagines the parts talking, complaining, comparing themselves, exactly the way the Corinthians were doing. Suppose the foot says, "Because I'm not a hand, I don't belong to the body." Does that make it any less part of the body? Of course not. Suppose the ear says, "Because I'm not an eye, I don't belong." Ridiculous. The ear is no less part of you for not being able to see. And then Paul turns it the other way, and this is where it cuts. Suppose the eye says to the hand, "I have no need of you," or the head says to the feet, "I don't need you." Now he's talking directly to the proud ones, the believers who thought their flashy gifts made the ordinary members unnecessary. And the picture exposes how insane that attitude is. An eye that fired the hands would be an eye that starves because it can't feed itself. A head that dismissed the feet would be a head that never goes anywhere. In a body, "I have no need of you" is not arrogance, it's suicide. The moment any part decides it doesn't need the others, the whole body is in danger, including the part doing the dismissing. Then Paul says something that turns the Corinthian value system completely upside down. The parts of the body that seem weaker, he says, are actually indispensable. And the parts we think are less honorable, we treat with greater honor. Consider the most vital organs in your body, the ones you literally cannot live without. Your heart, your lungs. They're hidden away inside, unseen, doing their essential work in the dark where no one applauds. The showy parts, the parts on display, are not the parts keeping you alive. It's the quiet, hidden, unglamorous parts that matter most. And Paul is saying the same is true in the church. Think of the believer whose gift is quiet, unseen, unimpressive. The one who prays, who serves behind the scenes, who encourages, who cleans up after everyone else has gone home. That person may be doing the work that actually keeps the body alive. The Corinthians were honoring the loud, visible gifts and neglecting the quiet ones, and they had it exactly backwards. There's a tenderness in how Paul puts it. God arranged the body, he says, giving greater honor to the parts that lacked it. He did it so there would be no division in the body, but that the members would have the same care for one another. That's the goal. Mutual care in place of competition. And here's the most beautiful part of the whole image. When one part of the body suffers, every part suffers with it. When one part is honored, every part rejoices. Stub your toe, and your whole body knows it. Your eyes water, your breath catches, your hands reach down. The whole system feels the pain of one small part because they're one body. That, Paul says, is what the church is supposed to be. When one member hurts, we all hurt. When one is lifted up, we all celebrate. No competition because there's nothing to compete over. We're one body, and what happens to you happens to me. That's unity. And notice it's not the same thing as uniformity. Paul is not asking the Corinthians to all become identical, to all have the same gift, to all look and sound the same. That would kill the body as surely as division would. A body that was all eye couldn't walk. A body that was all ear couldn't do anything but listen. The differences are the whole point. God wants a church full of wildly different people with wildly different gifts, all knitted together into one living thing, each one doing what only they can do, all of them needing all the others. Unity through diversity. The very thing the Corinthians were fighting over was the thing that was supposed to hold them together.